Okay, so I'm 26, and you might be thinking, what is she doing here talking about menopause? Honestly, I thought the same thing, but then I realized menopause might feel far away, yet almost half the world will go through it, and most of us don't learn anything about it until we get there. Hi, my name is Kinga. Today, I'm diving in. What actually is menopause? What can we do once it shows up? And is there anything we can do now to support our bodies before we even get there? Hot flashes, mood shifts, brain fog. Why does nobody teach us this stuff earlier? What's behind all these changes? And how do women prepare instead of panic? First things first, menopause isn't a disease or a malfunction. It's a natural biological transition. Think of it like your hormones slowly changing shifts going, okay team, wrapping up the reproductive era, moving on to the next chapter. Most women experience it between 45 and 55, but the timing is different for everyone. Symptoms range from hot flashes and night sweats to mood changes, cravings and brain fog. Basically, your internal thermostat and emotion settings going off orbit. I read tons of articles and books, asked my dear friend AI, and sat down with someone who's actually experiencing it. When did you first realize you were entering perimenopause? What were the very first symptoms you noticed?
Around the age of 41, but my symptoms had actually started at the age of 37. It was mainly my mood and my energy. I was really struggling with low mood. I was feeling anxious, really overwhelmed with just doing everyday basic things. I was also having UTIs, headaches, struggling with my sleep. I was gaining weight. I had aching joints and just so many different symptoms.
Was there anything that surprised you about menopause that no one warned you about?
I had no idea about the symptoms. I had no idea that at the age of 41 that I could be perimenopausal. No one had warned me. There was nothing out there, very little awareness with regards to the fact that perimenopause and all of the symptoms that I was experiencing could occur from in your 40s. I just thought it was something that was older in life.
How did your symptoms change over time?
Quite gradually, but actually quite suddenly as well. It's like a contradiction, but I was, 1 minute I seemed to be okay, and then the next thing I know, I was suffering with low mood and anxiety, struggling to sleep. And those did then exacerbate gradually over time with more symptoms coming, the aching joints and even more weight gain and the bloating and the complete lack of stamina, the lack of motivation, the forgetfulness.
During menopause, estrogen and progesterone slowly decline. These hormones help regulate mood, temperature, sleep, metabolism, all the background systems we don't even think about. So when they shift, the body responds loudly, not because it's broken, but because it's recalibrating. Did menopause impact your emotions or mental health in ways you didn't expect?
Yes, the low mood, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the just inability to control my moods. I just was not expecting the severity of how that could impact it, and also had no clue that my hormones would impact my mental health in the way that they did.
How did menopause affect your energy levels or motivation?
Just wrecked my energy, my motivation. It was on the floor. I was so fatigued all the time. It would get to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I just didn't know how I was going to stay awake and do what I needed to do. And I didn't have the motivation to do what I needed to do.
Here's the empowering part. You can support your body through menopause and even prepare for it years beforehand.
Daily habits made a huge difference to me. Came from an awareness that, my nutrition, the supplements that I could use, and meditation. So basically looking after myself, giving myself that self-care, making sure that my body was getting all of the goodness that it needed were absolutely key.
Consistent movement, walk, lift, stretch, dance. Future bones and muscles will thank you.
Making sure that you're getting the fresh air, that you're going out for a walk, or that you're doing your exercise, and just that, the meditation, the things that can help you from a self-care perspective with that mindfulness and just nourishing your body with what is needed.
Nutrition upgrades, more protein, fiber, hydration, omega-3s, magnesium, calcium, nutrients that support long-term hormonal balance.
I just really had to completely change my diet. So I'd always eaten healthy, but it was making sure that I was getting the protein, getting the fibre, getting the healthy fats. No longer was it about calorie counting, but it was about nutrition and making sure that my body was getting the goodness and supplementing it in a way.
Sleep routines, a cooler room, softer lighting, tech downtime, stress care, meditation, breathing, journaling, or giving yourself permission to pause. These habits help now and help future you even more.
I wish I'd started yoga earlier, and from a sleep perspective, it really was about ensuring that before I went to bed and that I was, again, giving my body those nutrients that were needed to ensure that I was calm and that I was getting that deep sleep that was so needed and a good quality sleep.
Honestly, learning about all of this has changed the way I think about menopause. Not as something to fear, but something to prepare for. The same way we prepare for any big life shift.
This chapter has empowered me and changed me in so many ways. It's made me so much stronger as a person. It's empowered me as a woman to know my body, to know what's going on with my hormones. And, it's changed me because I think I just expected that, that experience would be a negative one. And now I realise that it doesn't have to be. You don't have to struggle. And it can be such an incredibly empowering time.
The more we understand our bodies now, the easier it becomes to support them later. And speaking of support, this year you can also add something extra to your routine to feel more supported. Because even though it might feel like menopause isn't the end, it's your new beginning. FitLine Women Plus supports normal hormonal activity and helps with concentration, which can make everyday tasks feel a little more manageable. It also contributes to reducing tiredness and fatigue. Reimagined for today's women. Radiant, balanced, unstoppable.
I love Women Plus. I just literally take the 3 scoops, put it into water, helped with things like energy and mood, the sleep, just overall finding that balance.
In a youth-obsessed world, we have to keep reminding ourselves, menopause isn't an ending. It's a transition into a new chapter of growing. One many women describe as more grounded, confident, and self-assured. And we shouldn't be afraid of transition. So, be kind to yourself, now and later. Build the habits that support your body. And remember, it's not about becoming who you used to be. It's about growing into who you're meant to be, because growing older is a privilege. Let me know in the comments. If you're navigating menopause, what helped you? And if you're like me and haven't reached it yet, what's something you want to understand better? Let's begin this conversation.